I'm going to attempt to hold out a little bit of faith. I'm going to attempt to hold out a little bit of faith, like somewhere in episode 4 and 5, they're just going to give us, it's just going to go from here and
well, let's look at what has to happen. Okay?
they're going to put the writers are going to be like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it so boring and so terrible. We're going to draw all the people in. Now, the people who are going to stick with it, they're going to stick with us anyhow. Everybody else is going to abandon us after the second or third episode. But then after episode 5 or 6, they're going to see everybody commenting on social media how crazy episode 6 was. And then we're going to have them back for good.
Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, tonight we are going to have some fun and we are going to keep Rings of Power going. This is episode 3 entitled Adar. Now, we were both kind of the same general consensus that we're waiting for this thing to get into gear, guys. Like, there's a ton of story out there. You guys have been awesome in the comments, letting us know kind of the lore and the mythology of a bunch of the stories that we don't know about. So that is much appreciated. And I think, like everybody else, we're just excited for, okay, let's go. Let's get this story moving. I mean, Sauron is back, and where's the sense of urgency?
700 million. It's a number I try keeping in mind. 700 million. Now, the first one, world building, right?
Sure. Yep.
It's world building. It's the first one. Understandably slow. And I was really waiting for the second one. Like, it's going to pick up. And we had a little bit of action.
We had the one orc in
but
there.
Still really, really slow for what I was expecting. Now, I have seen 0 spoilers. So I am fully expecting this one.
Let's go. It's going to kick in.
I'm fully expecting this to be the one. We had 2 world building episodes, right? This is, it's got to be the one where it starts our ascending to the mountaintop, to the peak of all that this show can be. I hope. Look, if we get another slow episode, I'm gonna be hot. I'm not gonna lie. Such high expectations.
Yeah.
700 million. It's a lot of coin to spend on the show and have it be slow. So, like I said, first episode I'm okay. Second, a little bit slow, but I am confident. I'm excited for this third one
because there's only 8 total episodes. We thought there was 10.
Third time
only 8
is the charm.
Yep.
Let's get this party rolling.
All right, guys. Without any further ado, let's go.
Gotta be the one where
it's gotta be it.
Do you guys see the memes where it's the Anakin Skywalker meme where it's the 4 screens and Anakin and then Natalie Portman's character and he's like saying something, she's like, this is it, right? Like, that's kind of how I feel with this. Like, this is the episode where it picks up, right?
It's gotta be.
Yep.
I mean, Bear McCreary, your talent can't be wasted.
This has got to be the one. Visually, you forget how incredible this intro is. Between just watching it, it's mind-boggling. It's like when all your thoughts they get caught up and like stuck.
There's the evil working its way through. A lot of guys in the comments were letting us know that Smog was actually one of the smaller dragons. So I wonder if we're going to see some larger dragons here in this series eventually.
Wait, Smog was a smaller dragon?
That's what some of the people were saying, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I remember they pulled him through that thing at the end of the last episode.
Oh.
For Adar. Now dig.
Making him dig.
I'll put him to work right away.
They got him. Got everybody. What do they got him digging for?
She lives.
This guy.
Looks like a young Rick Springfield is basically. That looks like quite the fancy ship.
Yeah.
Quite the fancy outfits.
Yeah, I mean, it's not orcs, so it's got to be okay,
Yeah.
right?
One of the Eldar on board my ship. I'm obliged to deliver you safely to my better.
Oh, he's got the knife.
Land of the Star, the island kingdom of Numenor.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
This looks pretty damn impressive.
Oh, wow. Look at that shot.
They didn't even have to smuggle her in a fish barrel.
They couldn't have given this guy some new rags or something.
I mean,
No new clothes for that guy.
In the Great War, these men stood with the elves. The Valar granted them this island. Once elves came and went freely from these shores,
What happened?
Numenor began to turn away our ships.
Why?
We may be about to find out.
even she doesn't know?
Sounds like they might not like elves too
No.
much.
Now he's either thinking, I'm a blacksmith back home, or I like to know where the armory is.
Let's try not to antagonize these people.
Everybody's gonna stop.
You got a lot of nerve.
Name thyself.
Galadriel of the Noldor, commander of the northern armies of High King Gil-galad.
Steve?
Halbrand.
Your captain here delivered us from certain death. All we ask, grant us ship's passage to Middle-earth.
He's like, Middle Earth.
He's like, take it easy, take it easy.
Our ancestors were not given anything. They paid for this art, blood of their kin.
But one way or another, I will depart. In need of your welcome.
Halbrand's like, take it easy.
Perhaps it'd be better if we stay.
Stay?
Long enough to give you and your advisors adequate time to weigh our request.
The elf is to be restricted to Palace Crown. You shall be Numenor's guest.
I mean, you get to stay at the palace.
I don't like her trying to be such a badass, like when they clearly don't care.
Yeah,
you know, she's
there's
like,
no
well,
reason.
I will not have this. Like, you're going to do what we say.
Yeah.
Like, you can act as gangster as you want, but what is it going to do you right now?
Yeah.
I have been searching for my peace for longer than you know. For both our sakes, let me keep it.
He wants to stay there. He's like, this place looks sick.
At least smooth things out a little bit, like there's no reason.
Are they going to do like a bro shake or?
There you go.
Oh.
Oh, he swiped her one. He swiped her a sword from the blacksmith.
Tell me about this captain.
His name is Elendil.
Oh, it's kind of training here. Isildur, he's the main guy from Lord of the Rings that cut the finger off of Sauron and got the ring.
Oh, yeah.
9 more days. We passed the sea trial in 4 years. We'll make officer. Your sister's here. Very wonderful.
Ah,
The horse, jeez.
psych.
Where's father?
Elendil. Pray tell, what does it mean?
In the ancient tongue of the Eldar, it can also mean elf friend.
Then are you?
It was the sea that put her in my path. Given the circumstances, I did only what I believed to be most prudent.
Then I shall have to ask you to perform a service.
Was he wanting to take her out? Okay, here's your sword. Didn't really expect that.
No. Okay, Southlands were. I keep wanting to call him Halbrand, like the weapon.
It seems Morgoth has a successor.
Sow those lips and dig.
These roots block our path.
Rip the whole tree down.
This tree sprang from the earth long before you crawled.
Good elf.
Oh, maybe he's trying to get the leader called out, maybe. I'm baiting him.
You show strength. You've just earned your company. A water ration.
There's something going on here. I don't like it. Oh! Man, I thought they were going to do something, but I didn't see that coming.
I will cut it down.
I don't mean to be morbid, but for slitting somebody's neck like that, that sure wasn't a lot of blood.
Yeah.
I wonder what the point of that was. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Usually that sort of wound would
be like,
yeah, it would be bad. I don't know if they just wanted to keep it family friendly or
that
what.
could be, yeah.
That's a big tree to cut down with an axe.
Yeah.
If she was trying, I was
yeah,
just gonna say, if she was trying to escape, wouldn't she just do that?
Maybe a hat would help.
That skiff will hardly get you out of the harbour. You'll be back at the palace in chains, even further from your destination. L'Allier Sanke Louis.
Manistelia quit Elendil.
It is still taught in our Hall of Law.
Your Hall of Law, how far is that?
Quarter day's ride.
See? Catch more flies with honey rather than vinegar, right? Isn't that how the expression goes? I wonder if the queen's okay with this.
What?
I don't know why that made me laugh. Just looked kind of
This
funny.
is a terrible shot. What are these shots? What were those two shots? It was like Princess Leia in outer space doing the Mary Pop. What were those shots?
I'm here to start anew. Let me that chance.
You're a stout heart, lad. But until you've earned your guild quest, you can't forge steel in Numenor.
It's you, isn't it? What are you called again?
Depends.
How close we are.
Oh, we're gonna see some skills here.
You're on a lucky streak, low man. What will you take next?
Funny you should ask.
I'm a guest on your island, and I haven't shown you the faintest bit of gratitude. Next few rounds on me.
He's got a plan here.
You're not so bad, low man.
He wants that guild crest. Yeah, see?
Yeah, there it is. Sleight of hand wasn't so sleight of hand.
No. That's all right. I can roll with it, I guess.
Really thought I wouldn't notice.
I thought it was worth a try. Don't do this.
No, man!
Ooh, big uppercut. I had a feeling there was something about this guy going right to the throat.
Punches.
Oh, there's some blood there. It's still on the lens.
Call me Halbrand.
Oh. Not a good start to your time on the island.
No.
Thank you for bringing me here.
Thank our last king.
He was loyal to the elves.
Is loyal. The account of a human spy.
To create a realm of their own.
And the Southlands are in grave danger.
What's going on here? Oh, it's our Harfoots. Harefoots? Harfoots. When I first saw that one with the skull, I thought it looked like the orcs that we saw before.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Nobody goes off trail.
We can't carry the cart without you. We're going to be left behind.
No Brandyfoot has ever been left behind.
A Brandyfoot and a toque.
We'll make it to the grove, all of us.
Oh, we got a giant that can pull a cart.
And we got Nori. Look, once that girl puts her head to something, nothing can stop her.
And we still have the giant
question
of the honor.
There was a lot of folks in the comments who were questioning whether or not he was a wizard. Some people said the wizards weren't around yet. Others people said he might be.
If you want to help him find those stars, our best hope is in that book. What sense did sticking your neck out for him any more than you already have? There's head sense, Poppy, and there's heart sense. There's common sense and nonsense.
Head sense and heart sense, common sense and nonsense.
Or would you rather I let slip to Melva? It was you put fireweed in her toe cream.
Fireweed in her toe cream. I'm going to use that one. Hey, who put fireweed in your toe cream?
That's what the nerds did to the alpha betas.
Actually, it was liquid heat. You and Jefferson was real proud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good idea. You do that. Fetch it from your cart.
Rested legs and full carts.
Oh, now she's trying to get the Gray's Sports Almanac. He's going to lean back on the chair.
Are you all right? I'll tell him right now. I'll go straight now.
Calm yourself and get yourself some chestnut pie.
Before we begin, we remember those from prior migrations who fell behind.
When they say fall behind, do they mean passing or are they literally migrate? And if you fall behind, that's it. Drop a comment below if you know the answer to that.
Gosh, who is this guy?
I think a couple people said in the comments they thought it might be Gandalf.
Yeah, I saw that too. There were some folks going back and forth in the comments on that. But the timeline doesn't line up, they said.
One thing I will say that was a large gripe of my brother's was the inconsistencies with the timeline of how they're doing this show and the books. That basically they took stuff that was like thousands of years apart in the books and threw the characters together. And so again, I can't speak to that. He doesn't know how to put out fire.
Yeah.
Well, now you done it.
Now everybody's gonna find out.
Nori.
Oh, they're all gonna know it was her.
Yeah.
Brought a dangerous outsider into our midst.
What was I supposed to do? Leave him there?
Miss Brandyfoot is young. Tomorrow we depart as planned, and the Brandyfoot cart will be with us at the back of the caravan.
Wait a son sliver now. It's that it.
Wait a sun sliver.
There's a reason he came to us.
Do you see a destiny in this?
He came from the sky. Does that count for anything?
You know, if dude would say a few words, this is where I came from.
Yeah.
Just anything, really.
The Galadriel.
Waiting for a ship to Middle Earth. Looking for a promotion, cadet. That's all right.
I was thinking I might defer. Anarion told me you deferred twice.
Anarion?
There is nothing for us on our western shores.
Yeah, he's seeking adventure.
Message for your daughter, Arondir?
I've been accepted to the Builders Guild.
Halbrand, you are more than you claim. I found this.
I found this on a dead man.
Pretty sure that was a logo for a Bon Jovi album from 9 years ago. I'm not even kidding.
Your lands, Halbrand. Your people have no king, for you are him.
Oh, he
Wait, what? He's a king?
He tried to escape or get away from his past. Another king who doesn't want the job.
The heir to this mark is heir to more than just nobility. I am not the hero you seek.
This is not isn't that the Jedi? This is not the Jedi you seek. The droid you seek.
Come with me to Middle Earth, and together we will redeem both our bloodlines.
You're stuck on this island. You're still short an army.
That is all about to change.
I wish they would just give us a little bit more detail on some things like this. Like, what is her plan? You know, a little more backstory on him, maybe. I feel like they start something and then they kind of drop it on us. Or do they?
They just keep starting a lot of things. What if we start this story? Should we give him any resolution? Nah.
It's been 3 episodes. Should we tell him who the crazy man from the stars is?
No.
It is here, Father. The elf has arrived.
Oh, I was hoping to see who the dad was.
Oh, I can't keep up.
No.
You're going to get old boy to pull the card for him or what?
Do that with one hand.
Hey, you mind doing us a solid?
He helps us and we help him.
Ooh. Oh! Nice. Better work fast, guys. Now, as we saw in Squid Game, the key to tug of war is to work together and lean back.
Release the wire.
Oh, we've seen these guys.
Does that CGI look really bad to you, or?
That didn't look great. Ah, right in the guts.
The 700 million certainly didn't go into the CGI for this dog.
It's got some crazy eyes and some bitey teeth.
Is it just me, or drop a comment below? Is this really bad?
Ooh, stick right in the neck.
That'll do it.
Oh, who made the save here?
Bring him to Adar.
Oh, we're going to see who the big wheel is here? He almost looked a little human, didn't he?
Looked very human. Didn't look like an orc at all.
No. All right, guys. Well, there it was. There was episode 3, and you know, I think if there's been a theme with this series, it's that they get us going with a story, and they don't finish it or flush out enough details, because we're going to be going on episode 4 next. We're halfway through the first series, and it's like we're just not getting anywhere here. I keep waiting for, the action to come up. Like, I wanted to know more about why the humans and the elves didn't get along. I felt there could have been more there. We have another king who doesn't want to be because of the pact that his people made with the evil. I'll just say he goes by many names, Morgrath, I believe it was, and there's so much there that we're not diving into. I mean, we're in episode 3 and we still don't know what's going on with the guy that fell from the stars. We're still waiting on something to happen there. I mean, the whole story with the Harfoots has been, really kind of slow and hasn't really gotten us anywhere. I'm frustrated with kind of the pacing here because the material's there. I'm just not sure kind of what we're waiting for to kick into high gear. I don't know what the hold up is. Oak.
Who over at Amazon is just shit in the bed this bad? Excuse my language. Well, not even excuse my language.
It's all right there.
Did somebody from Amazon sit down and watch these? And look, maybe they know the whole wait till they get to episode 7. That'll be when they really wait till they get to season 3, because there's 5 seasons of this.
I don't even know if
you guys are gonna lose people. I mean, we have a commitment to watching this show for the channel, and I said after the last one, I said, look, I was excited for the first one. They got to pick it up for the second one. After the last one, I was like, okay, if I wasn't like committed to watching this, or if I didn't really love all the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbits, I probably would have been out already. And now we're another episode in, and it's like you said, it's just this like continuation of stories with no resolve. And I understand there's a full season and there's future seasons, but it's just like,
give me something.
Just not going anywhere. Yeah, they start this whole new storyline with this island and bring up a bunch of stuff you have no resolve to.
They gave us the reveal of Isildur, who, as we know from the Lord of the Rings fame, is a huge deal. We got that.
The map, the symbol, on the map, it's a place. But wow, this is, I tell you what.
That was all we got. That was it.
For a series that is done, and look, and Amazon usually does, they've nailed it out of the park with a lot of their TV series. So I don't want to point the finger at Amazon and be like, oh, Amazon's the worst, because man, they've had so many awesome shows, but man, this is just really feeling like a giant dud so far.
It's really, it's dragging.
I don't even know what to say. Like, that's where I'm at right now. And you guys know me, like, I am not a person who's usually short on words, but I'm like I almost am so disinterested that like I don't even want to even comment. Like, when you were done, I'm just going, we'll see you on the next one. Like, that's like, I suppose we have a reaction channel, so I kind of have to, it's like my responsibility to say something on these videos, but it's like, I don't even know what to say at this point.
Yeah,
like,
we're 3 episodes in, and the Harfoots have essentially done nothing. We're no further along the story with Starman, I'll call him, than what we were when we started, and he could barely speak. With Galadriel, I'm trying to get her name right. We keep getting dropped these hints of like history and what happened, and it's like, guys, take 5 seconds and tell us what happened and show us, because not everybody has read the source material, which, again, from my understanding, is kind of a hodgepodge collection of everything that happened and being pushed into one story. So as a viewer, you're trying to keep up with it and to try to figure out what happened. You're like, okay, that's great. Let's explore more of that story. And then all of a sudden we're jumping back to the Harfoots, or we're jumping back to the orcs and what they're up to. And not one orc said, what about their legs? We don't need them. They don't need them. And why can't we have some meats? I was waiting for that, and I didn't get it from the orcs.
Speaking of the orcs, that dog, that CGI was horrible. And I mean horrible, like really bad. Like, you go back to the original Lord of the Rings that came out in the early 2000s, and it was significantly better. And like, I'm trying to wrap my head around how it was so bad. And the only thing I can think is that they are similar to dogs, and I know it strikes a note with a lot of people seeing animals taken out.
Oh, because I thought it kind of had like a bat type face.
Yeah, it was weird looking. I know, like, if you're gonna shoot with an arrow. I know some people are very sensitive to animals being 86th in movies, even if it's a movie, or rather a TV show. I know some people are very sensitive to that. Like, this is my only way I can process how horrible that CGI was with that dog. Is they were like, oh well, what if? It's going to be kind of disturbing if the dog dies. Yeah, but what if we made it look like really bad CGI? And that way,
give it a bat face.
That way, when it dies, people it's so bad that you don't even see it as an animal. You see it as a CGI recreation, and therefore you don't have those really strong emotional feelings of an animal being killed on the TV show. It drop a comment below. I can't be the only one who's like, wait, they spent $700 million on this, and they do these giant panning shots.
Yeah, those opening shots
of the
were
city.
really good.
And when they came in on the boats and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, this is so wild. And then they have this dog, and it was 1982, claymation CGI. And honestly, that's the only thing I can think. Oh, maybe people are gonna get really upset if we make it look like we took out a big wolf. That's gonna. What if we just made it look really, really bad? Really bad.
Maybe we had the intern on that one. Who knows?
Oh my God, so bad.
Yeah, guys, I don't know, man. I know that this series has obviously been very controversial, and I'm waiting for the stories to go somewhere. I mean, again, you said it, Oak. If you knew nothing of the Lord of the Rings and the history with it, I mean, you'd be out. I'm sure.
You'd be way out. And I think what's gonna happen here is I think that right now this is a giant lose for Amazon, a colossal lose, a world shaking lose. And what I mean by that is the purists, I think you've lost them already, and like I said, I think they lost the purists a long time ago. Once you get past, because the trailers was oh, it's a visual spectacle, so maybe we'll check it out. I think we're long past the visual spectacle. And I think the purists are probably out because of the messed up storyline. And whatever new people I think they were looking to attract, I think they're if you're not really into this story because of a previous investment, I gotta imagine you're out. There's a million. Look, the reality is there's a million things on Netflix. The House of the Dragon on HBO.
I mean, we said we weren't going to compare, but as a viewer, you have options.
As a viewer, if I'm going to take if I have time to invest into one fantasy type show over another, I'll go back and watch House of the Dragon episode 1 for every time I'm going to watch one of these Rings of Power episodes. I'll just watch that. And again, yes, we said we weren't going to compare them, but they're two big fantasy shows on at one time. And one is here and the other's claymation dog, and it's I don't know.
It just
it's so bad.
It just doesn't have the bite of the story to get you. Like I said, they start and then they stop, and they start and they stop, and by the time you're done watching, you feel like you haven't gotten anywhere.
I'm gonna and I know I'm gonna catch some heat for this. Probably gonna catch a lot of heat for this.
Let me slide over here.
There we go. I'm gonna attempt to hold out a little bit of faith. I'm going to attempt to hold out a little bit of faith, somewhere in episode 4 and 5, they're just going to give us, it's just going to go from here
well, let's look at what has to happen. Okay?
They're going to put the writers are going to be like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it so boring and so terrible. We're going to draw all the people in. Now, the people who are going to stick with it, they're going to stick with us anyhow. Everybody else is going to abandon us after the second or third episode. But then after episode 5 or 6, they're going to see everybody commenting on social media how crazy episode 6 was. And then we're going to have them back for good. This is the strategery that they must have. I want to be that fly on the wall in the meeting room. What if just hear me out. What if we made the first few episodes suck really bad? Oh, what? Why would we do such a thing? Just hang on.
It's never been done before.
It's never been done before. The purists are going to stick with us no matter what, right? And we get the other people, we get everybody talking about how bad it is, and you get people to abandon. But then, when we really just let loose, then those people are going to come back, and then they'll be hooked for good no matter what for the rest of the 5 seasons. I don't know. To tell you what, drop a comment below if you've made it this far and what you think about just what are the discussions being had in, I don't know, the storyboarding, the writing room, the script meetings, whatever they do. What are your thoughts? What were they saying? How were they justifying? Because look, somebody had to have approved this shit for some reason. And when I say shit, I really want to emphasize shit. That's what we're getting.
There's so much that has to happen yet, or that could happen. I just don't understand the snail's pace that we're going at here. I just don't.
Well, episode 4 is coming up, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Appleton Oak and Mason Quinn are going to be here for it, regardless of whether we think it's a giant steaming turd. So join us for the next episode of Rings of Power.
Guys, that's been the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This is Bad Medicine, and we will see you for the next Rings of Power. I'm dragging them along.